Imagine this. You're driving on a twisty road. One wheel is spinning faster than the other, but your car glides smoothly around the corner. Ever wonder how that's even possible? Here's a secret most people don't know. It's all thanks to a hidden hero called the differential. It's in almost every car, but few people know what it really does. And when it comes to choosing between an open, limited slip, locking, or electronic locking differential, most drivers have no clue. Today, we're breaking down each type in plain English. No jargon, no fluff. Just clear answers and real-life examples. Let's dive in. What even is a differential? Before we jump into the types, let's start with the basics. A differential is a part of your car's drivetrain. Its job to let your wheels spin at different speeds, especially when turning. Think about this. When you turn, your outside wheels have to travel farther than your inside wheels. That means they need to rotate faster. Without a differential, both wheels would be forced to spin at the same speed. This causes tire wear, poor handling, and could even damage your car. So, whether you drive a small sedan, a sports car, or an off-road truck, you're depending on a differential every time you make a turn. Now, let's break down the four main types and where each one shines. 1. Open differential. The most common. This is the most basic and most common differential out there. If you drive a regular commuter car, chances are it has an open diff. Here's how it works. An open differential always sends power to both wheels. But when one wheel loses traction, say it's on ice or mud, the differential sends more power to the wheel with less grip. Sounds backward, right? That's the weakness. In slippery conditions, an open differential can leave you stuck because it favors the wheel with no traction. Real-world example. A front-wheel drive Honda Civic from the factory uses an open differential. Great for everyday driving, but not ideal for snow or off-roading. 2. Limited slip differential, LSD. A smarter choice. Enter the limited slip differential, or LSD. This one's like the open diff's smarter cousin. It still lets wheels spin at different speeds, but it can limit how different those speeds are. That way, if one wheel starts slipping, it still sends power to the other wheel. There are two main kinds of LSDs. Clutch-type LSD uses clutch plates to control power between wheels, common in performance cars. Torsion, gear-based. LSD uses gears instead of clutches, known for being smooth and maintenance-free. Why it matters. Limited slip differentials offer a perfect balance between everyday drivability and better traction. That's why you'll find them in sporty road cars and some SUVs. Real-world examples. The Mazda MX-5 Miata uses a clutch-type LSD to keep the rear wheels in check during sharp turns. The Toyota 4Runner TRD Off-Road has a torsion-style LSD to help with mild off-road use. In short, an LSD gives you extra grip without making the car feel too aggressive. 3. Locking differential, built for the rough stuff. A locking differential does exactly what it sounds like. It locks both wheels together, forcing them to spin at the same speed no matter what. Why would you want that? Because in extreme off-road conditions, like rocks, sand, or deep mud, you don't want one wheel spinning uselessly. You want both wheels pushing hard, even if one is off the ground. There are two main types. Manual lockers. You flip a switch or pull a lever to engage the lock. Automatic lockers. They lock up on their own based on wheel speed differences. Real-world example. The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon comes with factory front and rear locking differentials. When you're crawling over boulders or climbing hills, you want both wheels pulling with equal force. Downside? Lockers make turning harder when locked. On pavement, they can feel clunky and make tire noise. That's why they're mostly used off-road, not on the street. 4. Electronic locking differential. The best of both worlds. Last up, the electronic locking differential, also called an e-locker. This is like a locking differential, but it's controlled by your car's computer or a button you press. The beauty is in the timing. It stays open during normal driving, so turning feels smooth. But when you need it, bam, it locks both wheels instantly. How it works. A small electric motor or actuator locks the diff when you command it to. It's fast, simple, and easy to use. Real-world example. The Ford F-150 Raptor uses an electronic rear locker. You're cruising on the highway with smooth handling, but hit a trail, press the locker button, and suddenly both rear wheels are working together. Some cars even combine e-lockers with traction control systems, giving the driver more control than ever before. Why it matters? It gives off-road capability without sacrificing comfort. So which one do you need? It all comes down to how you drive. Open diff, best for daily driving in mild conditions. Limited slip, ideal for sporty or slightly slippery roads. Locking diff, serious off-roaders or vehicles that need maximum traction. Electronic locking, great for modern vehicles that need to switch between comfort and capability fast. For beginners, just knowing which one you have can help you drive smarter and handle tricky conditions better. And if you're shopping for a car or truck, now you know what to look for under the spec sheet. You've just unlocked one of the biggest secrets hiding under your car. But here's what most people never ask. What happens when you combine a locking diff with traction control, torque vectoring, or all-wheel drive? That's when things get really interesting and way more powerful than you'd expect. In the next video, we'll break down how modern systems blend multiple technologies to give drivers insane levels of control. But for now, next time you see someone stuck in mud, just remember, it might not be their tires. It might just be their differential.